Great day. Welcome to the Empowerment Institute launch. I'm here with my great friends, Dennis Buchanan and Mitchel J Backus. Thank you guys for joining us here on the live. We are about to get into some really awesome and really important information. You know, during this time right now, it's an interesting time. Obviously, 2020 has been a very interesting year, and there's a lot of different things going on, and many of us are focusing on sometimes not so great, not so positive things. Sometimes our focus is on what we can't do, or our focus is on limitations, right? The limits that are perceived limits that have been presented to us because of this COVID-19 pandemic and different things like that. But now is the absolute greatest and best time to get started. So right now, today, what we're going to talk about is to focus on things to focus on to accelerate your professional career, right? Things to focus on to accelerate your professional career. And I have some extraordinary gentlemen here. These gentlemen have been doing it for a very long time. Mitchel J Backus is an expert business manager, and Dennis Buchanan is an expert in business marketing. So before I'm gonna tell you a little bit about these gentlemen before I pass it off to them and let them introduce themselves. But these two gentlemen, I was on their podcast maybe like 4 years ago, was it? Something like that, 3 or 4 years ago.
Yep.
I was blessed to be on their podcast, and just the energy was extraordinary. These guys were so down to earth, just but so knowledgeable. It was just an incredible experience, and we built the relationship, built the friendship right from the beginning. And they asked me to come along and join them on this journey with the Empowerment Institute, and to add my expertise and my knowledge and my experience. And I'm so grateful to be a part of it. And I could not, I'd be remiss if I did not share it with you guys. So here we are, guys. Mitchel Backus, you're up on the screen right now. I can see you. Would you like to introduce yourself to the people? This is my people. And I would love for you to tell them a little bit about who you are.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. And first and foremost, let me say what's up to the Go Be Great family. My name is Mitchel Backus. I am a management consultant. I've been in the space now since I'll say about 2008. I started off, just consulting with different businesses, professionals, and families, and helping them, just manage whether it's their life, their business, their brand, their operation, and just being a part of that process. Fast forward to 2016, the guy below me called me up one day and taught and came to me with a concept or two concepts. One through the idea of podcasting, which created our what Travis has mentioned, the One Week Course Radio podcast. And from there we started to do more work in the digital space, which brings us to what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm just really excited, to be in this space and having an opportunity to meet these two fine gentlemen, having an opportunity to work with them over the last, several years, and just being to share incredible space with two incredible human beings. So I'm gonna turn it over to my other good buddy, Dennis below. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's definitely a pleasure to have the opportunity to speak to all of you on this lovely day before we go into the new year. So I'm super excited about everything to come. So I'm definitely excited to be speaking with you. A little bit about myself. My name is Dennis Buchanan, and I've been in marketing for probably over 13 years now. It's something I love. I eat, sleep, breathe marketing. It's kind of like a way of life for me. I started the company called One Recourse, and I also run a esports organization. I got a passion for really helping people when it comes to marketing, and I look forward to seeing if there's something we can do to help the Go Be Great people.
Love it, love it. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you for that introduction. And guys, like, we're here talking about business, right? We're here talking about this being the best time as we jump into the Empowerment Institute launch. just extraordinary information. We have some extraordinary courses. All three of us have courses in the Empowerment Institute. You guys have been doing it for a very long time. I'm fairly new to it, but just the experience of working with you guys has been truly, truly great and an honor. While we're here talking about business, what are some of the things that people are really challenged, or what are some of the perceived challenges that people are having right now during this time?
Well, if I was to say, what it could be, I would definitely say there's a lack of clarity. You know, there's a lot of distractions. I like to call it white noise. And when you look at it, whether it's going through this pandemic, whether it's the end of the year and the holidays, and looking to buy presents and celebrate in a festive way, there's a lot of distractions. So if we just even put that aside, there, a large percentage of society or people that are out here in the working world are already trying to figure out what their next move is going to be, right? But now when we got all the distractions, what's going on with social media, Twitter, and everything going on, is even more of a confusion. So I would say that one of the biggest things could be a lack of clarity, figuring out, what's the direction, where am I going, what's my next move. I think that's really a roadblock that a lot of people are facing, especially going into 2021.
Awesome.
Oh
Yeah, I
man,
definitely, definitely agree with that. Good, Dennis.
yeah. So yeah, no. I guess what I would say is, um, I think people are, are frustrated. I think some people are angry. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes we all like to have plans and what we plan on doing. And 2020, a lot of people had a lot of plans, had a lot of goals, and a lot of things they wanted to do. And now that those plans are gone because they felt like they've lost control, there's no, as Mitch was saying, direction or clarity. So right now, I just feel people is really in an angry, frustrated type situation, and want more because what they thought they had has been taken away from them. And I think people are looking forward to newer opportunities. So I think they're battling with the loss,
Mhm.
what they thought they were going to accomplish, and trying to deal with that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, man. You know, I think that I know from experience that there's a lot of people thriving right now during this time, whether it be in their business or whether some people are starting new businesses during this time. We know that there's a lot of businesses that are struggling during this time. Obviously, they're not doing as they would have projected for many, many reasons, obviously, but there are people that are thriving, and there is ways for you to thrive during this time. And I think that where many of us entrepreneurs, business owners find the challenge is just not having the knowledge, not having the resources. So how is it that the Empowerment Institute can provide, or how does the Empowerment Institute rather provide those resources for the people, and what type of resources are there?
Well, what I would say, I guess this one's directed towards me. What I would say, from my perspective, um, you kind of nailed. You already said the answer in the question when you
Yeah,
asked it. But what I would say
I'm trying to rephrase it like a
is
question,
number.
but basically, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah,
Let's
I
get
did it.
into it. Let's dig deeper into that, because I mean the two biggest things that I would say is, one is information, right? I'll say three things. One is information. So just like Dennis and you are both saying, there are a lot of people that are looking to, make that transition, trying to take their control back, whether it's through entrepreneurship, being more skilled at the job, whatever they're looking to do, they're looking to gain or get better, right? In order to do that, you need information. So where do you get that from? Where there are a lot of sources that are out there, so we just want to carve our space, the three of us here and all of the people that we're connected to from the next part, the community standpoint. We wanted to carve our space with the institute to basically provide our space of information, right? Myself, I'm in the management space. Travis, you're a transformational speaker, a stellar coach. Dennis, as a marketing consultant, we all can provide certain levels of information, and then not only that, we're tied to a lot of people that have additional information. So, So basically, the institute itself creates I like to call it, I mean, if you want to call it a digital incubator, I think that's a good way to put it because, we're basically creating an environment, which is the second part. When there's environment, there's community. And so now I'm putting myself in the mind of the individual, right? I'm going into 2021. I want to do better. I want to get better. I want to become more, do more, right?
Mhm.
They say what new me, new you. That's the whole thing. Every time you go to the new year, right? That's the cliche statement. So
Yeah.
I wanna do that, but I don't know where to go, right? So now I don't know where to go. I go online and I say, oh, Travis is doing this live webinar. They talking about this Empowerment Institute thing. Okay. So I look it up, and not only that, now I can see, oh man, I see there's a lot of people that are involved in here. So now I can come into this environment, I can come into this community, I can get this information, and on top of that, I can be affiliated with people that are thinking in the same direction. So there's information, there's community, and there's association. When you put those three together, you really have a space that can help you to be in position to do a lot better or move into a better space in life, especially if you're trying to do that going into 2021.
Yeah, I love that response, man. I love that
Well,
response. Yeah.
well
You want to
said.
jump
Well
in,
said.
Ben?
Come on now. How am I come up
Yeah,
after
right.
that?
How you gonna follow up, right? How you
He
gonna
done dropped
follow
the
up?
mic. You gonna give me the mic? Talk about. Go ahead. Now I ain't got nothing to say. He said it perfectly.
That was a great answer, man. That was a great answer, and I appreciate that response too. I think that we're always looking for a place to go to find the information. There's a lot of information out there, and we cannot always trust. We want to, but we don't always aren't always able to trust the source. I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible, but sometimes um, it's just it is what it is, and you want to be at in a place where there's people who have been doing it successfully for a long time, and you want to be able to follow behind some people who are knowledgeable in their space, and are actually good at their craft, um, so that you can learn something. We can learn something from everybody, but we love to learn from experts. We love to learn from people who've been doing it for a long time, who have experience. And I think that I believe, and I know, and I accept that this is a place where you can find that. You can find that community. You can find the information. I mean, Dennis's course has like 50 plus tools, like 52 tools or something like that.
Yep.
Tell
52.
me, get the number right. 52, right? I don't want to say it wrong.
52. Now 52
52,
business tools.
52 business tools. Some people don't even know where to go for one. Dennis, tell us about some of the tools that were
Oh man,
offers.
there's so many. So I'm gonna go with some funny ones like Hootsuite. Y'all know what that is. Bitly may not know what that is. Survey Monkey. All these may sound like foreign names to a lot of people who aren't aware of them, but they're essential business tools. Like Survey Monkey helps you to survey your customers in a real easy way. It connects to a lot of your social media platforms. So the best way to sell to your customers is to know your customers. But if you don't know what tools allow you to do that digitally, it's really hard to get the answer. So, we all know social media. So I mentioned Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a digital platform. Nobody got time to be posting on social media all the time. Some people don't have the money to spend on hiring somebody to do that for you. But Hootsuite, if you got a little bit of an organization strategy, you can use Hootsuite to post to all your social medias. And there's a free version and a paid version. So Hootsuite right there allows you to do that. And then Bitly is another one I think is really amazing because if you have like a long URL, like a really long URL, or say your URL, like your Facebook, it's Facebook / your name / 0001. It's hard to share that because people aren't going to remember it. So Bitly is a website that people can utilize to take a long URL link it turned into something really short. It'd just be bit.ly, B-I-T-L-Y, or the bit.ly/me. And that can bring somebody directly to your Facebook. It's easy to share. It's easy to get people involved. And those are just like 3 simple tools that really can change how somebody is doing business.
Awesome, awesome. And that's just 3 out of 52, you know,
Yeah.
just great individual. Each of the tools in their own right are great for business owners and entrepreneurs, people who are getting started in business. But um, to have that many resources in one place, you know, and not just to have those resources, but to have someone like Dennis to help you to work through those resources and be able to apply them as well. This is a community. It's a place where you can ask questions. It's a place where you can get help and get what you need. Just extraordinary. And of course, with Mitchel, with what he does, it just it's like it's all inclusive, you know, being able to help you to manage your business. He has a tremendous amount of tools as well. Just in the years that I've known Mitchel, he's given me so many great ideas. We spent hours upon, I can't even count how many hours we spent on the phone. I wouldn't even try to estimate. Him just giving me game, you know, giving me different tools I can use, different strategies. He's an excellent strategist. And it's just, you know, it's been amazing for me, and I definitely want to share it, you know, with the world as well. So that's why we're here. And not to mention, one of the very most important things, I believe, one of the most important things in business is communication. If you can't communicate your business, if you're unable to, if you don't have the skill set, or you don't have the knowledge, or you haven't overcome the fear to be able to talk about your business, to be able to share your story, to be able to share your brand story, to be able to get in front of an audience and talk about what it is that you do or present yourself, that's going to be a challenge for you to succeed in business. 75%, and this might be, this is give or take, 75% of people say that their biggest fear is public speaking. And, you know, the numbers used to be 90, and I've heard as low as 75. And I'm gonna go as low as I've heard. But I mean, 75% of people say that their biggest fear is public speaking. That's a problem. And one of my greatest strengths is my ability to speak in public. So Mitchel reached out to me and talked about it with me. I was considering it, but I never pulled the trigger on it. But he was like, "Hey, we need a course," and I'm like, "Yo, I got it." So got in the booth, created a course, and it's extraordinary. It's going to help you to become a better speaker and more confident communicator. The course is called Better Speaker and Confident and Becoming a Better Speaker and Confident Communicator, and it is an extraordinary course. It's a beginner's course, but there's also some a little bit of advanced stuff in there as well. But there's ways for anybody who wants to become a better speaker and more confident communicator. That course is for you. It's going to give you what you need to get started. It's going to help you to decide what type of speaker that you are, and you're going to get tremendous value. And we're going to be doing a few more lives throughout the next couple of weeks as we launch Empowerment Institute. But we're going to be giving you guys game. We're not just going to be talking about it. We're going to be actually giving you applicable game, things that you can apply right now that you can help you to grow immediately in your business, immediately in your public speaking, help you to overcome some of those challenges, and immediately in your marketing as well. So we're here for you guys, and we just wanted to share with you guys, let you guys know what's out there for you. I hope you who are watching this video are as excited about it as we are as enthusiastic about it as we are, and are looking forward to being a part of this. We're gonna share. I'll share a link in here in the comments somewhere. I'll probably put it in the description so you can check it out. But if nothing else, become a part of the mailing list, because the information in there it's very knowledgeable. It's not a bunch of long, dry emails with a bunch of information. Mitchel does a great job at preparing these little video emails. So they're very interactive. He's talking to you, he's sharing good information, valuable information that you can apply immediately in your business and start to help you to grow. So we're looking forward to serving you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We are super grateful for you being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that truly. So thank you guys so much for your time, Mitchel and Dennis, for coming out and spending time with me on my live. And I look forward to doing more with you guys in the future, more lives, and look forward to launching this thing to the moon, man, and back. So thank you guys again, and we will see you around. And of course, as always, can't let you go without telling you to go be great.